Hey everyone, sorry my hair's a little bit wet. I just got out of the shower. So I wanted to get on here and tell you guys I have some really fun things to be showing you guys. So this is just a little compilation of several different things that you guys can create, do little DIYs as Christmas gifts for this upcoming Christmas. So if any of that interests you, then stay tuned. So, as previous before, in a couple videos back, I'm not sure where I mentioned this, I think it was in a Dollar Tree haul, but I had picked up some of these white candles. I think I had showed you guys. Maybe I didn't. I don't know, it might have been a while ago. So I had the really cool idea of taking these candles and could always like print out a new label and put your own like label on there. And they're just plain, they're not scented. And then Dollar Tree also carries these fragrance oils. So I had the idea of like melting down the candle and then putting in the oil into the candle. Okay, I thought that would be such a cool idea. I got several different scents here. This one is flower citrus, so like an orangey scent. This one's lavender, which is like my favorite. Puts you to sleep, so good. And then this one is honey rose, which is also a really nice, pleasant scent. So I figured I could actually put these in the candles and kind of make my own scent. Let me tell you guys, I tried it off camera just to see if it would work, and then I could go through with the DIY. I melted down the candle and it took probably 2 hours just to melt it down. As you can see here, a lot of the wax is gone. I think it evaporated. I'm not too sure where the wax went. So an option when melting this down, you would probably have to pour the melted wax into a different container, because as you can see, and then it also has left all these little residue all over the side of me scraping the wax. But however, it does smell really good. I put lots of lavender oil in here, probably like 20 drops or so, into the melted wax. And then I also had sprinkled in a few pieces of actual lavender little buds that I collected from the lavender from outside. I thought that would give a nice touch. However, when it solidified, I thought it was gonna for some reason go back up to here, but it didn't. So when I melted this down, it was down to here. So I think a lot of the wax had evaporated or something. I don't know where it went, because as you can see, some of it is gone. I'm not entirely sure if I recommend this DIY. If you were to do it and melt this wax down, you would have to take out the little wick, because putting this wick back in really wasn't easy. So I would recommend, if you melt this down, to take this wick and then you'd want to glue the wick down into a different glass that you're going to be using, and then pour your wax into that to fill it up, pour your oils and everything, and then let it solidify. I'm glad that I tried it off camera, because this to me was kind of a fail. However, like what I just said, you could still make it work if you wanted to try this out, because it does smell really good. It smells like lavender. Well, there is one of the projects that I was planning on doing. So now I'm not too sure, because I had already bought a bunch of candles. I think I still will give them out, but I probably won't be messing with the scents, just because I don't really want to deal with all of that again. I wasted a lot of the wax in the process. You want to be on camera?
Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hello.
Hello everyone, this is Azalea. She doesn't like to be held or touched. She's very I also came up with this really cool Dollar Tree DIY, which I thought, okay, this will be pretty simple. I did make one of these pillows in one of my previous episodes of recreating YouTubers projects. I believe it was the DIY Mommy channel that came up with the project. I made one of these pillows. I think you guys might remember. It was like for the fall collection, the fall DIYs, you know what I'm saying. So I just thought this was such a cool pillow. It's very neutral. It could go with any holiday. It really can, because it's so neutral. And this was very affordable to make. For me, I just picked up 2 of the Dollar Tree. Here's another version. I picked up 2 of the Dollar Tree little bath mats or bath rugs, whatever you want to call those things. These, and they are both turned inside out, so that way you don't see the lettering that says rub-a-dub or whatever it says on here.
My cats are annoying in the
And
background.
I basically took my rugs and I washed them first with vinegar and soap, laundry soap and some vinegar to really get any kind of stench out, because they did smell a bit funky. Because if you're going to have this on your couch, you don't want it stinking forever. I then took those and I washed them. I had dried them in the dryer, and you got to be careful with the dryer. The lint will build up really fast, and you want to get that out of there because it's a lot of lint fluff. Keep that fluff. You can use it for stuffing another project.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. I like to keep that lint and use it for projects. I laid one of them flat, and I just took some crocheted yarn and hot glued it down, and then I just basically hot glued the edges down and stuffed this in here. So I will be showing you guys real quick another version, because you can make so many different designs. Like, as you can see, this one has this design in the middle with a nice edge. I also tucked in my pieces on the edges on both of these. As you can see right here, they're cut a little extra over and tucked in there and glued. That way none of the pieces will peel off or anything. They're really secured onto the pillow. This looks like a high-end pillow, probably $20 pillow, give or take. You could see this going for $20, right? I've only had spent $2. I spent about $2 something on new stuffing. I went ahead and bought new stuffing for my family. And then this yarn I got on sale at Hobby Lobby. I got a huge thing of it. It was only like $6 something, which is a pretty good deal. I've already crocheted all my little pieces up for about 7 pillows. And what I did was just take a single crocheted line. If you guys don't know how to crochet, you can always Google. Really simple. You do a slip knot, then you'll pull this through and just pull this, keep going. So you could do it with your fingers, or you could even do it with a hook. And then you pull it up through, pull down your slip knot, and then you keep going and just keep pulling it like this. So you're just putting this string through the loop and pulling it down so it's tight. And you just keep going and make a long strand of crocheted. And if you mess up, you can just pull it out like that. So here are a bunch of strands. This is just a few of them. But you want to just make like a long strand. And then as you're measuring, you just put it down like this. And then you would just start gluing it and then cut your edge, glue it on under, and move on. And you still have extra to keep going. Instead of making a whole bunch of short strands, just make a long strand, like a super long strand. You can glue it down, cut it, and then keep going. You just glue the other edge inwards. You're not going to see where you cut. That makes sense. Alright, so now I'm putting the other bath mat down. I'm putting both of them right sides together. I start in a corner and I make sure everything is lined up perfectly, and I just hot glue that down and push it down with my fingers. Then I went through and I would first do like the corners and then kind of make sure the corners were lined up first, and then work my way in the middle with the hot glue. That way you can make sure that your sides and everything's even when you're pushing it down and you don't have any like weird stuff hanging on the edge, you know what I'm saying? Then I took this polyfill and I'm just stuffing it into the corners of the pillow first. Then I went through and stuffed the rest of it everywhere else into the pillow. Then it was time to hot glue the
opening together, which I started again in the middle and worked my way to the other, like the sides. That way it just makes sure everything is like even. You don't have any weird areas that are glued together. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. So here is the finished product. I think it turned out so good. Let me know if you guys try this super simple pillow hack from Dollar Tree.
And then I also wanted to do this in today's video. I picked up this from Hobby Lobby. It's another really great gift idea. So they have all different sizes of these wooden, like these cut wood pieces. And these could be really good coasters, which I might end up using these as coasters for myself. Like, how cool. Or you can gift them. You could just put the bigger ones together and put some twine and then just say these are coasters if you wanted to do that. Well, anyways, they have all these little pieces, which is what I wanted. And what I'm going to do is drill a little hole in here, and we're going to make little cute Christmas trees. And I have these rods that I picked up from Dollar Tree. I have different sizes, and we're going to make several different little Christmas trees. So cute, and they'll be really great gifts for somebody. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started.
A little. There's a. Like, what? That's some wire. Okay. So, I'm going to show you how to use like a paper towel cardboard piece. So it's super simple. We'll take our piece of cardboard. And we're basically, we can't use scissors. Gotta use an X-Acto knife. Okay. So, we are basically just gonna do a cut into the board. Okay, it's that simple. Like, just showed you how to make it. So now that we have our little tube situation, gosh, it's so cute. Oh!